thank them for all their hard work during the school year and during the DARE program. I just want to take a moment to first thank the parents that are in the audience tonight for all of their support of this program, and of course our schools that also support the program as well, and our officers that are standing right here. These officers are really the heart of Brick Township. They are one of the first contacts that our students have with regard to law enforcement, and it's a positive one, I think, and it's a way for them to understand that law enforcement here in Brick Township, they're here to be your friends and to help, not to be someone who that you should be afraid of. So I want to thank our officers for all their hard work throughout the school year as well, for bringing the DARE programs to all of our elementary schools. So what I'm going to do first, and I'll have Councilwoman Dion help me, she has been to all of our DARE graduations to celebrate the students as well, is we're going to call the students up and give them their certificates, and then I'd like to, after that, keep the students up here for just a moment, and I invite Officer Berkeley and Officer Finelli to say a few words about the program as well, so that you can hear about, and other people in the audience who don't have children in school can hear about what the program is. So I am going to start with our North schools. If Lily Schaefer can come on down. You can applaud, yes. Mia Rossi. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll switch sides. Natara Hopelman. Blake Maggio. Natalie Valentine. Fallon Storer Grimes. Lily Giboni. Lily Bicking. And then from our South schools, Julian Scannell, Benjamin Lewis, Samantha Soraka, Grant Duncan, Emma Murphy, and Sarah Guevara. So these students are not only students who created fantastic posters, some of which you see behind us, but also wrote essays that were really phenomenally written. So I want to congratulate all of them, and I invite our officers to come on up and talk about the program.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Officer Berkeley. I'm one of the 2 officers assigned to the Community Policing Unit that we handle the DARE program. For those that don't know, the DARE program is a 10-week-long program. We go in the schools every week. We meet with our kids, and the DARE program has seen some pretty big changes over the past couple years. For the parents in here that went through that DARE program, it was a lot of say no to drugs. We still keep that in mind, but now we're crafting leadership, strong communication skills, and everyday life skills for our students behind us. It is truly an honor to stand before you guys all here tonight at this special celebration for our young leaders standing right behind me here. Their incredible accomplishments in the DARE program are meant to be shown like this. This is what we need to do all the time for our kids. First and foremost, I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to Council, Mayor Lisa Crate, Joanne Bergen, Chief David Forrester, for your continued support of the DARE program. Your commitment to the youth of our community not only deeply is appreciated by our unit, but it is by our students, because did we have fun during DARE? Was it awesome? Do you guys all know Goofy Officer B and Officer Vic Moyer, right? Yeah. So without your support, that would not happen. To my students behind me being honored tonight, congratulations. Your essays, your posters not only reflect your creativity, your hard work, but it also shows your true understanding of the DARE program, how we promote courage, responsibility, that you guys have the power to make your own choices, safe and responsible, right? That's what we went over for 10 weeks. And to the families, I can't thank you enough. Your students, they are a breath of fresh air. They are so much more advanced now in 5th grade than what we were in 5th grade, so we got to keep that in mind. But you guys are doing a fantastic time at home, reinforcing those values and those lessons that we not only teach in the classroom. Together, I think we're truly building something meaningful here by allowing us to teach DARE programs throughout our schools, and I can't thank you all for your time here tonight and showing up for your kids. It's really, really something special for us. Okay.
If you have a poster here, we'd like you to grab it, because we want to hold it in the photo. Is this yours, girl?
Are my essay winners a little relieved you didn't have to say your essay all over again?
I know they always get that
All I know
sprung
is
on
I
them.
remember
Like,
how good a job Grant did at speaking.
Oh,
his
Grant,
essay.
yeah, you.
Fantastic.
We'll be seeing you on the TV screen pretty soon, right?
Do we want to hold them?
I can see it.
that's awesome. It's rigged.
And then you're going to go on your side. Wait, I can go on the side. Okay. So we're going to turn slightly, but also. You're going to turn in, but we're going to. Yep. So you're going to turn. Take a step in. You're going to come. You're going to turn this way. There you go. And then I'm going to have you take one little step back. There you go. Turn. Does that work?
I'll play the DARE song while you wait.
His favorite song.
DARE. D.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. John.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, parents, for coming out and celebrating with us tonight.
My kids do not have artistic talents. Like, they're not good at drawing at all.
We release you. Enjoy your summer. Here, these are the couple that we have.
Is that the winning one? Or one of them? That's so good.
Perfect.
I think they're all winners from different schools.
Yeah. What is the councilwoman's name again? The woman on it?
That's her.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your summer if I don't see you.
You too, enjoy.
Congratulations again to all the winners. You guys are great examples of fine young citizens in our township. Now we're going to move on to the consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item 4.1.
Authorize appointment of municipal judge.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution recognizes the appointment of Joseph D. Grisanti to the office of Judge of the Municipal Court of the Township of Brick. This is a 3-year term ending August 21, 2028. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4.2.
Authorize cancellation of stale check municipal court bail account.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the cancellation of a stale dated check totaling $75 in the municipal court general account.
Thank you. Item 4.3.
Authorize increasing public bidding threshold and appoint qualified purchasing agent.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes increasing the maximum bid threshold from $44,000 to $53,000. Effective July 1st, the state treasurer has provided authority to adjust bid thresholds to those municipalities with a qualified purchasing agent. This modification provides the township with the opportunity to get quotes for projects that cost less than $53,000 without having to go out for bid.
Thank you. Item 4.4.
Authorize receipt of bids Mallard Point Park improvements.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the Mallard Point Park Improvement Project. This project generally consists of the reconstruction of an existing park, including the construction of age-specific playground improvements, fitness components, shoreline and beach stabilization improvements, submerged breakwaters, walkway improvements, fencing, landscaping, and other site improvements. The township plans to open bids on August 6th and award a contract at the August 12th council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4.5.
Authorize receipt of bids Kingfisher Cove roadway and stormwater improvements.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bid for Kingfisher Cove roadway and stormwater improvements. The project generally consists of roadway restoration, drainage system upgrades, traffic control signs, and striping replacement upgrades, as well as reconstructing curbs and sidewalks at Beach Plum Road, Wintergreen Avenue, Arbutus Avenue, and Kingfisher Circle. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4.6.
Authorize receipt of bids Lions Head South 2025 roadway improvements program.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the Lions Head South Roadway Improvement Program. Roadways included in this project are Laurel Lane North, Pam Lane, Thames Place, Garland Drive, Meadowbrook Road, Eric Court, Marta Court, and Floral Drive. This project generally consists of milling, base repair, asphalt paving, ADA compliant ramps, sidewalk repairs, replacing inlet grates and curb pieces, replacement of existing concrete curb restoration, striping, tree trimming, and other miscellaneous work.
Thank you. Item 4.7.
Authorize receipt of bids purchase and delivery of 2025 40-foot hydraulic boat trailer.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for one 2025 40-foot hydraulic boat trailer as needed for the township's marina. This item was funded in the 2025 capital budget. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4.8.
Authorize receipt of bids purchase and delivery of 2025 diesel all-wheel drive tow tractor.
Councilwoman Pontarera.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for one 2025 tow tractor as needed for the township's marina. This item was funded in the 2025 capital budget. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-9.
Authorize rebid and contract extension, rental and laundry of Public Works uniforms, rental of rags, and fender covers.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the rebid and contract extension for rental and laundry of Public Works uniforms, rental of rags, and fender covers. Bid notices were provided to 20 prospective bidders, 5 requested bid packages. However, both bids received were rejected due to substantial revision to specifications. The current vendor, American Wear, Inc., has agreed to a 60-day contract extension while the township rebids for the service.
Thank you. Item 4-10.
Authorize award of contract uniforms for various departments.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for the purchase and delivery of uniforms for various departments to the following 3 vendors in accordance with a schedule of prices. Concept Print, Nyack, New Jersey. Dot Designing, Monroe Township, New Jersey. Keyport Army and Navy, Brick. Bid notices were provided to 28 prospective bidders from our bidders list, and 10 vendors requested bid packages, with 3 meeting all of the criteria for the bid. This contract is utilized by all departments for purchase of uniforms for their day-to-day duties, including public works, parks, and buildings and grounds. This contract is also utilized by the Recreation Department or the purchase of shirts for all sports and recreation activities, as well as the Police Department for police camp T-shirts. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-11.
Authorize award of contract 2023 Capital Road Program, Timber Ridge Estates.
Councilman Feinman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for roadway improvements at Timber Ridge Estates to MECO, Inc. of Clarksburg in the amount of $589,223.50. The project generally consists of the resurfacing of the milling, base repair, asphalt paving, ADA compliant ramps, sidewalk repairs, pipe replacement, replacing inlet grates and curb pieces, replacement of existing concrete curb restoration, striping, tree trimming, and other miscellaneous work. Bid notices were provided to 81 prospective bidders and 9 requested bid packages, with MECO Inc. being the lowest responsible bidder. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-12.
Authorize award of contract maintenance and support of New World Public Safety Software Suite.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $65,813 with Tyler Technologies, Troy, Michigan, for 2 additional modules for fire prevention and emergency networking for the New World Public Safety Software Suite, utilized by the Brick Police Departments for dispatch operations.
Thank you. Item 4-13.
Authorize award of contract purchase and delivery of one 2025 Peterbilt 520 automated garbage truck.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for the purchase and delivery of one Peterbilt 250 automated garbage truck in the amount of $445,112.80 to Hunter Jersey Peterbilt, Clarksburg. Funding for this purchase was approved in the 2025 capital budget and is being made through a national cooperative purchasing agreement. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-14.
Authorize award of contract purchase and delivery of one 2025 F-250 4x4 Super Cab XLT.
Councilman Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for the purchase and delivery of a Ford F-250 pickup truck with a plow for EMS rescue in the amount of $56,229.32 with All American Ford, Old Bridge. Funding for this purchase was approved in the 2025 capital budget and is being made through the county contracts. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-15.
Authorize award of contract purchase and delivery of one 2024 Ford Transit 350 HR Cargo RWD.
RWD. Councilwoman Pontebrero.
Thank you again, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for the purchase and delivery of the 2024 Ford Transit Cargo Van in the amount of $64,553.09 with All American Ford located in Point Pleasant. Funding for this purchase was approved in our 2025 capital budget and is being made through a New Jersey Cooperative Pricing System contract and will be used by the Township's Buildings and Grounds Division. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 4-16.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of one 2026 F-550 chassis 4x2 SD regular cab.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract in the amount of $157,719 with Route 23 Auto Mall, Butler, New Jersey, for the purchase and delivery of a 2026 bucket truck for the Buildings and Grounds Division. Funding for this purchase was approved in the 2025 capital budget and is being made through state contract. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 417.
Authorize closeout change order number 1, Windward Beach Park Improvements Phase 1.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the contract closeout change order increase in the amount of $14,375 with Capella Construction for the fishing pier at Windward Beach. The change order increase is a result of the final as-built quantities.
Thank you. Item 418.
Authorize closeout change order number 2, roadway improvements to Emerson Street.
Councilman Finan.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the contract closeout change order increase in the amount of $1,971.30 with MECO Inc. for the roadway improvements to Emerson Street. The change order increase is the result of final as-built quantities. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 419.
Authorize beach rake agreement Sandcastle Condominium Association.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes the execution of a shared services agreement with Sandcastle Condominium Association for beach sweeping maintenance for the 2025 summer season. All costs for manpower and equipment will be paid for by the association, including diesel fuel for the beach rake.
Thank you. Item 420.
Authorize resolution endorsing the Sustainable Land Use Pledge.
Madam Mayor, would you like to read this?
Yes. This resolution endorses the Sustainable Land Use Pledge, whereby the Mayor and Council resolve to take into consideration our neighboring municipalities' concerns regarding future land use decisions with the intent of making Brick a truly sustainable community. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 421.
Authorize special events permit St. Dominic's Parish Feast Day Procession.
Councilwoman Pontorero.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a special events permit for a feast day procession event between 11 and 5 p.m. on August the 12th on August the 10th. I'm sorry. I had something on August the 12th. August the 10th at the church, St. Dominic's Church, on Old Swan Road. Go to the feast. Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Item 422, bond releases and reductions.
422A is an inspection fund release for Block 1170.09, lots 3.01, 3.02, and 3.05.
Thank you. Item 423, tax collector.
423A is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction at Block 383.09, Lot 26. 23B is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction at Block 702.09, Lot 8. And 23C is a tax overpayment for the year 2025 at Block 211.06, Lot 12.
Thank you very much. This brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Is there a motion and a second on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on these resolutions only. Mr. Sluka.
John Sluka, 950 Sylvia Court. Number 3, just had a question. The increase we're asking for is about a 20% increase. Is this due to inflation or is other explanation there? It's going from like, unless I misunderstood the numbers, like 44 to 53. That's 20%.
It's right, well, it's a little less than 20%. That's correct.
Approximately.
Yes, but this is following state guidance on where those thresholds should be set. Do you know the last time it was changed or
That
implemented?
was my question. Was it
Yes.
changed a long time ago and then 20%?
So the state
Over 12
reviews
years
it
ago.
on a somewhat regular basis over the years, like you said, to adjust. It's
For inflation and
minimum
stuff.
for inflation, and as long as we have a qualified purchasing agent, we're allowed to adjust accordingly. So it's not every 2 years, every 3 years, every 5
It's
years, but it's
whenever.
every few years. But it does happen on
Whenever
a
the
somewhat
state
regular
decides,
basis.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Finelli.
case you forgot, I'm the other V. Finelli. Not the better looking one, or the younger one.
Or the one with a gun.
Just couple quick couple. I'm glad I made your day. Question 7 and 8, 40-foot hydraulic boat trailer and the all-wheel drive. Is this replacement equipment or new stuff?
Yeah, it's replacement equipment. We have a trailer there and a truck to pull it, but it's been a long time since we replaced it, and it needs to be replaced.
And the boat lift too? Was that, I mean.
No, it's not the boat lift.
Not the
Nope,
boat,
it's the trailer and the truck.
the trailer, that 40-foot is a big one you have.
There's a lot of big boats at the marina.
Is that?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're getting rid of the tractors that are there, or?
Well, we use it till it dies, but then we'll repurpose it. We just
Okay.
don't want to be in a situation where we don't have a trailer in the middle of a busy season.
Busy season. You know, I always ask about making money down there, that's why I'm curious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Finelli. Any other questions? Other questions or comments? Yes, sir. Oh, we'll get you next time. That's okay.
Jim Scott, 578 Charles Drive. Quick question for you. The gas company came through last year. They tore up the streets. They put new gas mains in. They came in, they marked out. We thought they were going to pave the neighborhood. Shortly after that, right in front of 556, we had a drainage pipe from our lake into the lake in the woods actually cave in. Do you know when they're going to pave and when they're going to fix the pipe?
So I'm sure we can answer your question. Normally, we're just addressing items for these particular resolutions that we're speaking
Oh,
about.
sorry.
Can you repeat which street you're talking about?
578 Charles Drive.
Charles Drive?
I'm sorry, I thought you guys
No, that's
were
okay.
on resolutions. Yeah, I just had one other thing, if you don't mind.
Ms. Bergen, do you have knowledge of Charles Drive?
Yeah, they came in, they did the repair, like I says, gas company came in, they fixed the roads, they did the lines. I know eventually they're gonna have to pave. I was talking with a couple neighbors, we're all just trying to figure out when they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the lake. Our lake needs some attention. The vegetation's overgrown, the shoreline's actually kind of at the point you can't really mow it anymore. Maybe we can find like a long-term solution. If I can get like an email from you guys and work something out.
What lake
Sure.
is this? I'm sorry.
This is Brick Lake Park, Brick Lake. So the bank is pretty much, you kind of eroded where you can't mow it anymore, you can't maintain it. So we're just kind of looking for like a long-term solution where you guys can come in, remove the vegetation, reslope the banks, where it's easily maintainable again, where it's not overgrown.
We'll
Okay,
take a
I'll
look.
be back in
So-
touch. I'll get your contact information and I'll
thanks.
be in touch.
Thank you. Bob? How are you?
Good.
Good.
Bob Matleon. On number 15, we're purchasing a 224 Transit. Is there a reason why we're getting a 24? Is it a leftover, or are we getting a discount? Because it is basically almost 2 years old now. What's going on with that?
So we bid what we need with minimum age, and I'm sure it was bid or looked to be, what's on state contract is a 2024. It met the criteria for what we were looking for. It was in our price range, so
Right, I mean, are we getting a
If-
better deal? Because it is obviously a leftover from, we're 2025 now, and 26 is going to be out in another month.
Okay.
So we get something 2 years old,
Uh-huh.
so I'm trying to see.
I'm sure the price reflects the fact that it's 2 years old. It's not the same price as a brand-new truck, van off the lot. We go on state contract and it lists the price, and we pick the vehicle that we want at the price we want. So
Right.
this is what we picked.
And is it, so the transit, I'm just questioning the transit, why are we taking a transit over something else? I mean, is there a reason for the transit?
It's a cargo van.
Right.
That's called a transit van because
Right,
it
I know
gets you
they
from
are.
point A to point B with the equipment that you need.
Right.
It's for our buildings and grounds department that typically drive around with a lot of equipment and tools and supplies in that section. We use them for our 2 township electricians.
So we
And-
have more transits in the fleet?
We do.
Okay. And the maintenance is fine with them?
It is.
It is? Okay. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions with regard to the consent agenda? Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Abstain on 20 and yes to the rest.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers?
Yes.
Vice President Menachino?
Yes.
President Ambrosino?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to 424.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $19,177,042.65.
Is there a motion and a second on the computer bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the computer bill resolution. Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung?
Yes.
Councilman Feynman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers?
Yes.
Vice President Menachino?
Yes.
President Ambrosino?
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 425.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $4,290,871.17.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second on the manual bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Open to the public for questions on the manual bill resolution. Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung?
Yes.
Councilman Feynman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers?
Yes.
Vice President Menachino?
Yes.
President Ambrosino?
Yes. Moving on to item 5.1, ordinance on first reading. Because this is a first reading, there will be no public hearing.
An ordinance vacating a portion of Green Grove Road, Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to be combined with Block 759, Lot 41, and Block 756.01, Lot 6.
Thank you. Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. The Land Use Committee is recommending a street vacation of portions of Green Grove Road. The request is being made to provide for an access road to a driveway, which is shared with a neighboring property. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung?
Yes.
Councilman Feynman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers?
Yes.
Vice President Menachino?
Yes.
President Ambrosino?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to agenda item number 6, public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the public? Mr. Sluka.
Good suggestion. Bring the microphone to us so we don't have to get up all the time. We're getting to that age. John Sluka, 950 Sylvia Court, stop. Dear Mayor, I'm going to read my letter. Dear Mayor Crate, July 6th I wrote this, which was about a week and a half ago. Council President Derek Ambrosino and the councilman and councilwoman, as all the residents, students, workers, and news organizations of Brick and Ocean County. We heard the loud bangs of the fireworks on July 4th, but at least it was only one day. Every day, however, the residents of Evergreen Woods, the people of Cherrywood, Brick High, Primrose Gardens, Briar Mills, Sutton Village, Lanes Mill School, Greenbrier, Town Hall, Birchwood hear the noise, smell of fumes that cause cancer and premature deaths, and they live with the other dangers associated with the Garden State Parkway. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Executive Director wrote to Mayor Crate stating that a landscaping maintenance program has been initiated, and that would mean replanting of indigenous plants and trees, but if anything was done, it was minimal and unnoticeable. The question we all have is whether the New Jersey Turnpike Authority was serious in trying to aid the people of Brick, or are they just stretching things out for now well over 12 years. Air pollution is harmful to everyone, not just the people of Evergreen Woods, so the project is truly just a first step. The people of Cherrywood, Brick High, Primrose Garden, Briar Mill, Sutton Village, Lanes Mill, Greenbrier, Town Hall, Birchwood Park, and others also feel the impact of the toxins and the noise. There's a bug flying by me. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority basically has admitted that something needs to be done, and in reality, it's up to the mayor, council, administration to ensure that the New Jersey Turnpike Authority actually performs in a manner that will help the people of these areas. When, if ever, will the New Jersey Turnpike do the right thing? Without the constant pressure of the mayor and council, as well as the citizens of Brick and all of Ocean County, they will never do it. Thank you for your time. I yield back 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Thank you for your continued advocacy, Mr. Sluka. Any other questions or comments from the public? Mr. Finelli.
Me and my neighbor recently replaced our bulkheads, and I got to tell you, it was a lot harder than it should have been. And it all had to do with permits. I'm not necessarily talking about the township. I really don't know what the problem was, but I'll go through it. We're replacing our bulkheads and our docks with new stuff, same dimensions as everything else, so there wasn't a lot of change. The contractor, local company in Point Pleasant, put in for the permits and whatnot, and somebody was looking for a permit for the original bulkhead. I spoke to Joanne, who was helpful as she could be. I spoke to the town historian, I don't remember his name, right, who went through the records, and I spoke to the people in the DEP, and I must have made 20 phone calls through this whole process. And basically what they were looking for, somebody was looking for, the original permit for the bulkheads that the historian said probably went in sometime in the 80s. So that makes them like 45 years old. And they wanted to pay for a permit for the original bulkhead that they were taking out and then pay for the permit for the new bulkhead that was going in. Yeah, you're making a face. That's exactly what I said. Now, I don't know how much.
And just to clarify, Mr. Finelli, that wasn't us saying that, that was the NJDEP.
Right.
Right, okay.
Well, I knew it wasn't you, but I don't know what kind of pull you have with the DEP or what kind of working relationship you have, but I tell you, if, you know, in my neighborhood, the bulkheads are 45, 50 years old that need to be replaced. If everybody has to go through with this, it's ridiculous. So I don't know what kind of pull you have with the DEP. If the mayor can write a letter and say, there are no permits, and there are no records, because the historian couldn't find them, sent me copies of the stuff, went on the network and found everything we can. It's just a ridiculous thing that people shouldn't have to go through to upgrade their property and make everything look better. And I don't know what you can do about it. What pull you have with the DEP, but I mean, it was great. It took us a month.
What was the final outcome, though? Just so, what did they say if you didn't, since you didn't have it?
It's installed.
Oh, okay, they yeah.
My bulkhead's done.
For whatever the permit was that we didn't have. Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't even know if there were permits required when they're building a
Sure.
development way back then and somebody puts in, you're shaking your head. Is there a permit required 45, 50 years ago?
I wouldn't be surprised if they were not required.
Yeah, it's not something that an attorney would look at when you buy the property, you know. Oh, do you have the permit? No. No. But that's what we went through, and maybe you could help the next person out. I don't know. Beat up somebody. I mean, I did my least favorite thing today. I paid my taxes. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your experience, Mr. Finelli. Any other questions or comments from the public? Mr. Bacon.
Good evening. My name is Charles Bacon. I live at 366 Rancocas Drive. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and Administration. I wanted to talk about the Brick Times a little bit tonight. Okay, this landed in my mailbox last week. And for some of the newer members on the council, I wanted to provide a little history about this newsletter and some comments and a recommendation at the end. So I would say the history of this newsletter started about 10 plus years ago, and it really lived under a campaign material type of format, and basically a lot of it was a hit piece, which is understandable in the climate of politics. After taking control of the town, it was continued as the official newsletter of the Township of Brick. So I glanced through this paper a little bit on some of the articles in it, and one kind of came to mind about the 60-unit Drum Point Road complex. And I want to first of all thank a lot of people that came out through multiple hearings on that, and it was a grassroots effort. And some of the questions I heard were very, very thoughtful and considerate for the board to consider. I did land in one of these meetings. It was in this courtroom, the place was full, and it was so hot in here I had almost going to pass out. So my recommendation there is maybe some of the debt we retired we might want to use to get the HVAC system upgraded. So I want to move on a little bit. There's a quote from the paper about the board members. Board members live in our community, so they judge what's best for our community. So I looked at that criteria, which seems to be pretty solid, and I looked at a number of things that I've heard personally commented on over the last 10 to 15 years, and the one that came to mind was obviously the Wawa complex, right? I knew when it hit the ground in this administration building, I saw it from the beginning, and what concerned me about that project, and I spoke publicly about it, was allowing any type of left-hand turn out of the Wawa to go on Highway 88 east. We knew this was going to be a problem. It was picked to take the one in front of Wawa, and probably the day it opened, there was an accident there. And more recently, on a video camera, which I saw on social media, it looked like a car actually had an accident and flew up in the air. So that has caused a lot of accidents and injuries. Let's move on to Wawa Complex 2.0, as I call it. And the original approval of the Wawa complex here was to have a restaurant. And it was going to be a restaurant mainly to sit, and it was not going to have any drive-through queue capability. Well, in 2.0, the board approved 3 fast food restaurants, not 1. And a footnote, as I mentioned, was it called for 1 originally. Now, the feedback I saw on that project in social media was pretty profound. Now I'm going to move on to a couple Dunkin' Donut projects, and I know one's coming up, and it's actually going to start, I believe, in August. So let's talk about the Dunkin' Donuts on Herbertsville Road. Conversion of a bank. Anybody that lives up in that area? And some of you I know factually do, and I lived there for quite a while. Numerous times, Herbertsville Road is blocked. There's issues with Maple Avenue. The queue line is backed up. You can't get out of the parking lot. And again, I can't comment on any injuries, but I know there's in fact been accidents. Now, the last of my favorite Dunkin' Donuts, and by the way, I do like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, is the one that was passed on 88 and Folsom Drive. And I happened to be over there to go to a chamber event at Sandy's Cafe, and I got there early, and I happened to notice that the queue line on that Dunkin' Donuts got backed up. Not only did it back up 88 and Folsom Drive, but people decided where I was parking to go behind me. So I don't see how this meets the criteria of what's best for the community. With these kind of flaws, these should have been nipped with engineering, reviews, what happens when these queues get full, and I can't explain it. Now I want to talk about the content of this paper, all right? Numerous people have come up to this council meetings and talked about various things, and I'm going to rattle off a few of them, and I probably missed a few, all right? But I'm going to start with one I just happened to throw on here because it's kind of near and dear to me, is the lack of Title III funding, what it's done to our classroom size in our schools, et cetera, all right? Sanctuary state, S2 law has been in front of this group. The funding formula, we never did get that formula. Reckless driving, if I permit it, I'd like to talk a little bit longer and I'll wrap up.
Yes, you can.
Thank you, Council President. Reckless driving, going through red lights, I spoke about this in October, and things of those natures. I told you what's happened on my day in the life going from here to Toms River, and it continues to go on a daily basis when I'm going to work in Toms River. And I also mentioned that night about the accident at Chambers Bridge Road, and 2 people perished. Breaking into homes, stealing cars, none of these issues were ever addressed. Not even a public service announcement in this newsletter that I'm aware of. In closing, based on my assessment, this newsletter is purely a campaign material piece, and a full accounting of expenses should be conducted and released to the public. Council President, thank you for allowing me to continue, and everyone have a good rest of the night.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Bacon. Any other questions or comments from public?
I believe it was Brick Pride, by the way, not Brick Times.
Correct.
Yes.
Mr. Maggione.
Bob Matliano again. The traffic control in Bricktown, who's in charge of that now with the traffic safety as far as, you know, with the traffic flow and stuff like that? Who's in charge of that now?
Well, traffic safety and community policing is Captain Catalina. And then also Sergeant Rossi is part of that as well.
Okay.
If you reach out to one of those gentlemen.
Just coincidental, if we're putting a development, who does the evaluation of the traffic that community would cause traffic-wise? Who's
It
doing
depends on where their development is and what the roads are. If there are local roads, then our local officers would be in charge of that. If they're county roads, then the county would get involved. And if they're state roads, then the state would get involved.
The reason I'm going with that is because I just happened to open up another shop on Drum Point Road, and I have one on Manalocan Road right now, and summertime traffic is unbearable. So I thought Drum Point Road would be a lot less. Drum Point Road is bumper to bumper, almost 24/7 a day. It's ridiculous. So as far as putting more housing in there, you have two roads, Manalocan and Drum Point. That's the only two roads to leave this area. And I know we have, with the affordable housing and people trying to put every little piece of property, put a development, but the roads, unless we start making the roads 2 lanes, it can't handle it. It's a total impossible thing that cannot be done in brick the way it is. So I'm just bringing that up because I think it's something that should be looked at. And with all these flash floods that we have now, does Bricktown have any kind of sirens? Like when I grew up, we had the air raid sirens and all that stuff. Is there any kind of notification that Bricktown actually has, that we have, that, you know, somebody would know at 2 in the morning that something's
Our
happening?
Office of Emergency Management sends out nixles. And if there's flash flood warnings in the area, I believe that goes out through the state because those are loud and you get them on your phone. It
On
goes
your
to
phone.
everyone's
But
phone.
what about some of the senior citizens that don't have phones and stuff? They don't use the sirens anymore? None of that stuff?
Not that I know of, no.
Not that they know of. And as far as evacuation, as far as like, we had Sandy, we had time to evacuate, but suppose if there's an emergency? I mean, is it gonna be like everybody just gotta do what they, go with your gut? Or there's no, what I'm saying, there's no safety plan that I know of.
We have plans. Yes, the Office of Emergency Management works very hard to
Right.
make sure that there are plans in place. And if there's, when they are aware of situations that are arising, then those notices go out to our citizens and they are here to make sure that those plans are followed. Absolutely.
Okay, so.
We're not just flying by the seat of our pants here. There are plans.
Okay, okay. The police officers. I always say there should be more, because Bricktown's not a town anymore. It's more of a city. They're so developed. I'm feeling they're overburned, burning. They need more people there. I think the police should have more guys on the road because of the traffic, jams, and people just run red lights nonstop. I mean, it's the light's red and they're still going. So I'm thinking that maybe we can try to help them out. I don't know what they can do because, they've got a certain amount, but right now it's summertime and it's atrocious what's out there. I mean, people lay on the horn 24/7 and for no reason. They're just constantly not happy because somebody's going a little too slow on Manalocan Road. It doesn't make any sense. And the last thing was the affordable housing. I know that the state wants us to use every little vacant piece of property we have. Why can't we argue with the state and try to get them Fork of the River has barren, pine barrens out the gazoo. Why cram us that we can't even move in our own property? I mean, is there something we can do with that?
Yeah, we had our township planner a couple of weeks ago. We did present. We had an open meeting for people to attend, and they presented the affordable housing and what that would look like. And that is online, so if you go onto our website, it reviews what that looks like. There's a slideshow included, and as we stated in previous meetings, the number that the state has told us that we are doing is not the number that we are essentially doing. We're having 29 units is what we've agreed to, and if you go into that plan, you'll be able to go and see what that looks like. And we did have members from the public come and ask questions, and I believe Ms. Paxton answered all of those questions, and everyone was satisfied with what the outcome was at that meeting.
And that's gonna be where, the 29 units, where is that gonna be?
Well, that's over a 10-year period, so that hasn't been completely defined yet. We have a couple of units going in that are going to be built by Habitat for Humanity. Those are 2 units that we have property here in Brick Township in neighborhoods that are a perfect use of that land,
Right.
and then the rest are to be determined.
All right, and the last thing real quick, what Charlie Baker was talking about, the road over there in 88, putting three more fast food places there. That traffic right there is atrocious. You cannot pull out of there. I mean, the roads in Bricktown are so jammed up. It's just ridiculous. If there's something that's got to get done, I don't know what we can do, but it's just not. It's unbearable. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, close public. Ms. Bergen.
I have nothing further, thank you.
Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I just wanted to remind everyone that we, weather permitting, we will have Summerfest this Thursday. It's suit and Mai Tai. And then our Summerfest that we had to postpone from last week will be held on Thursday, July 31st. We do have a new band in place, and once we're ready to announce that, we'll put that on the website. So we hope to see everyone there. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Starkey.
Nothing for me tonight, thank you.
Madam Clerk.
I have nothing, thank you.
Madam Secretary. Councilman Albanese.
Just congratulations to all the DARE winners. It was great what they did. That's it.
Councilwoman Ponterera.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes, I want to congratulate all the DARE winners, and I want to remind everybody that the Traders Cove Concert Series starts the first Wednesday in August, so it will be August 6th. And for any seniors out there who are needing the shuttle to get there, please call seniors 732-920-8686 to arrange transportation there. It's really a great night on the bay, and to hear some great bands. So, and it's the first 3 Thursdays in August. Wednesday, sorry. Summerfest is Thursday. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. In partnership with the Jersey Shore Animal Center, the Brick Library is collecting donations to support our local furry friends. So throughout July and August, the Brick Library is accepting donations of the following items: pet food, pet supplies, cleaning supplies, and office supplies for some reason. I guess putting the little guys to work. A couple quick events at the library that seem pretty cool. So this thing called Pause for Reading is tomorrow, Wednesday, July 16th, from 4 to 5 p.m. You can practice your reading skills in the company of gentle therapy dogs. So that seems pretty cool. It's for kids, but I'm sure anyone could show up and read. And also on Tuesday, August 5th, Learn How to Be a Magician. So this is from 2:30 to 3:30. Ages 10 through 17. So learn how to do magic with everyday objects. You'll be able to amaze your friends, Perry, with your newfound skills. Sponsored by the Friends of the Brick Library. So it seems pretty cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Feynman. Councilwoman Travers.
I've got nothing tonight, thank you.
Vice President Minikina.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
I'd simply like again to recognize all the fantastic DARE winners that we saw this evening for their posters and their essays, but also give a congratulations to every fifth grader that completed the program this year and whom we were able to congratulate during their graduations. And another thank you to Officers Berkeley and Officers Finelli for what they've done, not just for our community, but for our young people, some of the most important parts of our community. With that, I will announce that the next public meeting will be held on Tuesday, August 12th in this room at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll now ask for a motion and a second to adjourn. Motion. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.